welcome to my channel. I am Tori Lynn. Let's blossom today. Valentine's Day is only just a few weeks away. We're somehow already in February, which is crazy. And so anyways, I wanted to put out a few makeup looks for Valentine's Day. And so today I created this kind of lighter, bubbly pink, cutesy, flirty makeup look that could be more of like a daytime, or if you're just not one for the darker makeup, then this look would be absolutely perfect. But I think it's just a really pretty, cute Valentine's Day look. So if you guys want to see what I used, how I got to this beautiful look, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's just jump into the video. I'm not 100% sure what I want this look to be. I just know I want it to be like pink and bubbly and cute and flirty. I don't want it to be a heavy, sultry Valentine's Day look, if that makes sense, because I'm going to do, I think, a separate video for that. This one I just want to be more just pink and cute and bubbly, if that makes sense. Just a cute, flirty Valentine's look. So I pulled out some palettes and some stuff that I think have some good pinks in them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an exact idea in mind, but I kind of know what I want to do. So with that being said, I'm going to throw on my base. Some days I just don't feel like sitting here and making you guys watch me put my foundation and concealer and all that jazz on, because you've seen me do it a million times. I'm going to put all that on, and then once I'm done, I will show you guys what I used. I'll be right back. Now that all this stuff is on, I'm going to show you what I used. For foundation, I used my IT Cosmetics CC Cream in the shade Fair. This is one of my absolute favorite foundations. It's so good. I absolutely love it. So I use it all the time. I'm sure you guys have seen me use it a bunch. And then for concealer, I used my Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 21. I really like this concealer. The first time I tried it, I used it with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. And something with those two I just didn't love. But I like this concealer with a lot of other foundations, so I don't know what it was about those two, but since then I've really actually enjoyed it. It's pretty comparable to Shape Tape, not quite as strong a coverage. I usually end up getting a little bit of creasy under the eyes, but it's a really good dupe, I'd say, to Shape Tape. And then to bake all that, I used my Coty Translucent Airspun Powder. I love this powder. As you guys know, I use it in every stinking video because it just does a really great job and it's super cheap. So I'd rather buy this over and over than go and buy a $30+ setting powder, or even a $20+ setting powder, versus this one that I can get for, like, I don't remember how much it is now, but it's less than $10. It's super cheap. So this is my tried and true. I stick with it. And then for brows, I used two products. I started with my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And then to gel them babies down, I used the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. And I just use a clear one. My brow hairs just are wild and crazy, so I just like to have a little something to give them a little control and to plaster those bad boys down. So anyways, now we are caught up to where I am. So let's jump into the eyes. I think I want to start with my Tartelette in Bloom palette. I haven't used this palette in a really long time. But this palette was like my obsession for such a long time. Got this palette shortly after it came out, and I used it nonstop, like every day for, oh gosh, probably close to a year, or maybe more than a year. I don't know. I used it all the time. So you can see I hit pan on a few of those shades. It's just a really good palette. I love the colors in it, and I love Tarte's eyeshadows. Tarte has amazing eyeshadows. So I'm going to go ahead and buff out these creases in my eyes with my finger. Then I'm going to start by taking the shade called Charmer. It's the Vanilla Creamy Matte shade in the palette. And I'm just going to go ahead and set down my lid. Then I'm going to take this kind of dusty rose pink shade up here called Sweetheart. And I'm going to start popping that in the crease. This will kind of be our crease shade today. Since I just want to do a really pink look, I think everything we're going to use is going to be kind of a pink hued shadow. Just kind of a pinky color. A version, a shade, a whatever of pink. I'm having such a hard time deciding what shade to use next. Like, I have so many pretty shadows, so many beautiful palettes that I'm just like, Now I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. I'm going to jump into that bright pink shade called Flamingo. Yes, Flamingo. I'm going to work that shade kind of over top of that last one a little bit. Really working in the outer half of the eye. I haven't used a bright pink shade like this in a hot minute. And I don't know that this is what I was planning on going for, but we're here now, we're using it. I don't know. Honestly, I think the look I had in mind when I originally sat down was way too close to the look I used in my winter makeup look that I posted like a week or so ago. I will link that video down below because that would make actually a really cute Valentine's Day look now that I'm thinking about it. But I think that those looks, the look that I had in mind when I sat down and that look that I made were a little too similar. Probably wouldn't have gone so dark in the crease and I would have left it maybe a little more pink, but the looks themselves were, I think, pretty similar. So I had to kind of branch out and use something a little different that I would normally use, like this, a bright flamingo pink. But I think it'll be fun. So I think I'm going to take a blending brush now just to kind of work on that pink shade because it is so bright. I don't want to let it sit there and work around it. I want to immediately kind of blend that in. Now I want to add some really pretty frosty pink to the lid. Let's stick in that rose gold palette and let's use the shimmery pink shade down here called Angelic. And these shadows I found work best with the finger. So I'm just going to pop that right on the lid. I'm going to start right up next to that inner corner. And then I'm just going to bring it out to that pink shade that we just put down. And just kind of blend them together with my finger. I like that. That's really pretty. And that did, when I blended it out, that pink, that flamingo shade, really did soften up. So it's not quite as bam in your face as it felt right at the beginning. Then I want to start with the shade called Shy. It's kind of a really soft pink shade. And I'm going to work that right under the eye to kind of smoke out the lower lash line. I feel like this shade is a little bit pinker than the original shade we used out of the Tartelette palette, but not as pink as Flamingo. If you don't have this palette or you don't have a shade quite like this, then I would just go and I would mix the two shades, the hot pink and the initial shade we used for the crease. I would just mix those two. That Angelic shade is just so pretty because it has like, the majority of it's a pink base, but then it has like those flecks of gold in it. Are just like stunning. I was thinking about doing like a smoky wing on this look, but now that we're here, I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna leave it how it is. Maybe we'll come back and we'll do a smoky liner. I don't know, but for now we're gonna move into the skin. Let's go ahead and sweep away all that baking. And then I have still been loving the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use complexion powder in the shade Porcelain. And I'm going to set my skin down with that. I have not tried this powder with this foundation yet, so hopefully they're a good match, but I've liked it with every other foundation I've used it with, so I'm sure it'll be fine. I just really like how this powder mattifies the skin down so well. I just feel like it gives the skin a really nice matte look, and that's what I like about it so much. For bronzer today, I'm going to use this bronzer again because I'm still really loving it. It is the Morphe Glamour Bronzer in the shade Originator. It's a beautiful bronzer. It's not too cool, it's not too dark, and it goes really, really well with my skin tone. And so I have been loving it. And then for my nose contour, I like to take my NARS Diffused Bronzer in the shade Seaside. It's a lot softer of a bronzer and it's a lot more cool toned than the rest of them. So I feel like this makes a better nose contour. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly contour my nose. If you watched that winter makeup look, then you'll know that I've been obsessed with this highlight combo of the Jouer Lucky and Luminous highlight in the shade Camilla, which this is a cream highlight, and then I've been setting it with the Pat McGrath Sublime Highlight Trio, and I've been using the shades Iridescent Pink and Fine Gold. And so I'm gonna do the same thing today just because I have been obsessed with this highlight trio, I guess is technically what this is. Not even just a duo, it's a highlight trio combo situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Jouer highlight. So like that highlight alone is absolutely stunning. Like it's beautiful, right? That's a beautiful highlight. But then we're gonna add that other highlight on top and oh, it just is so pretty. I mean, these highlights alone are like the most beautiful highlights I've ever seen. And then adding that cream highlight underneath just makes them so beautiful. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. And I can't stop. I literally have done this every day. Every time I do my makeup, this is what I'm wearing. And so I was going to do something different today, and then I was like, but I can't. This is like the only highlight I can wear now. It's the only highlight I know how to wear. Just like it, oh gosh, just so beautiful. I can't handle it, so pretty. I love this freaking highlight combination. Like, look at those cheeks just beam. So beautiful. For blush, so I almost feel like I should go with a really pink blush. I think I'm going to use this blush, which I haven't used in a long time, but this is one of my absolute favorites. This is the Laura Geller Baked Blush in the shade Tropic Hues. This blush has got like pinks and oranges and darker tones, and it has just a hint of shimmer, but it's not one I would call a shimmery blush. I love this blush. I've had it for years and years, and I don't know, I just think it's a really stunning blush, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on the cheeks. It has like the right tones, and I think it'll just go really good with the eye. It's got the pinks, it's got a little bit of the orangey color to tie in that Angelica shade that we used on the lid. I think it just looks really pretty. Okay, yeah, I love that color, and I might even add just a little extra to the apples of the cheeks because this is kind of a cutesy, flirty look. Just a little of the apples of the cheeks, a little more than I would normally do. I don't think I'm gonna do a winged liner. I was going to, but I like the eye here, and I don't want to add that winged liner and then just wish that I hadn't, you know. For an inner corner highlight, I'm going to grab one of my absolute faves. This is the Too Faced Hot Buttered Rum palette, and I'm going to use the shimmery white shade here called Whipped Cream. I love this shade as an inner corner highlight, and I use it a lot, but recently I've started using Flexitarian a lot more. But today I wanted to go back to my OG fave. It's like, bam, look how like stunning the inner corner is. I'm gonna go ahead and spray my skin down now using my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. And while that is all setting down, I'm going to go ahead and throw on some lashes, and I will be right back. Oh, yeah, I'm really glad I didn't do the liner. I think it looks really pretty with just the lashes on. And these lashes are Kiss lashes, and they're in the style Twilight. And they have just like this perfect outward flare on them, like this perfect taper that makes it almost look like you have a wing going on, even though you really don't. So I think it looks really good the way it is. You could add a wing if you wanted to, if you are one of those people that always has to have a wing or at least a liner on your look. I used to be like that. I used to wear a wing every single day, and now I go back and forth just depending on the look. Let's move into the lip. This product I am excited for. I recently tried this in one of my vlogs a week or two ago, and I didn't wear it anywhere. I just tested it out and put it on and like tested to see if it would really move around. It seemed like it stayed in place. The only thing that moved around was the glossy top coat, and I did get some because I was like rubbing like crazy. I did get some down on like my chin and below my lips there, but I think that this color would look really pretty. It's kind of a soft nude, a little bit pinky, but not super pink. So I think we'll start with this. If I hate the color, then we could change to something else, but I think it'll be pretty. I don't know what the shade of this is. I'm still really lost as to what the shade name is. There's no good direction to what the name is. There's not a like standout name. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this on. I also really like the applicator of this. It's like kind of flat, and I just thought it was, I don't know, it made it really nice and easy to shape my lips. The formula of this is really soft and really creamy, very buttery, and it just glides onto the lips so easy. Yeah, I think that color looks really pretty with it. Could be a little hair pinker, but I'm happy with it. So let's go ahead and add the top coat now. It's starting to get tacky and sticky. I don't know if I'm supposed to wait for it to get tacky, or it doesn't really come with, like I said, any clear instructions on any of it. So I'm just going to take that and gloss her up. There it is. There she blows. What do you guys think? I do think maybe the next time if I was to recreate this eye look, I might do a lip that was a little pinker, but then again, I might not. With having this look, the eye is more the statement of the look. But if you're one of those people that you like your eye and your lip to kind of correlate a little more, then I would go with something a little bit pinker. And I go both ways. Sometimes I want everything to have that same kind of bubbly, bright pink look. Sometimes I want the eye to be more of the statement. Sometimes I want the lip to be more of the statement. It honestly just depends for me. Obviously with this, the eye is more of the statement because we have just a little softer, little more nude lip. But overall, I really like how it turned out. This is not at all what I had in mind when I sat down, but I think it's really pretty. I think it's perfect for a cute, flirty, daytime Valentine's Day look. Let me know what you guys think about it down below. If you like this video and you like this look, then please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!